Hi everyone, it's Dee from Turtle Dove. How's everyone doing today? Just on today to show you, I've been working on some mini envelope embellishments and they're really cute, so stay tuned to the end and I will show you. I've made quite a few different ones, so I'll just take you through how to make them. Now I've used this, it's just a basic mini envelope die, which I'm really happy with, and this one's made up already. It's about 5.5 centimetres by 4 centimetres. So that one I stuck down together and folded up. And this one, this is the second time trying to film, because I was filming earlier and the camera just completely gave up on me. I don't know why. So I thought, luckily I still had two to embellish, and I'll just start all over again. So second time lucky. This is what it looks like, and you just follow the scoring lines and fold down. So I put the sides down first and then the bottom flat up, and it overlaps just slightly. So I use the glue with a fine tip and just a tiny bit of glue, glue that down, and then you have your envelope. So you can either open it or leave it shut, fill it up with little things, whatever you want to do. One thing I did find with some of the envelopes is I used too much glue and it stuck, the front stuck to the back, so I can't open it. But for this project it doesn't matter so much, as long as I can get things in just a little bit. But yeah, it depends on what you want to do, so do be careful with that if you make something like this. Okay, so this is what I was working on just before the camera completely carked it. And I haven't finished embellishing the envelope. So this one you can see is a sea theme. It's got a seahorse and a shell and some bling there and some seaweed or coral, and you can see the envelope is covered in little shells. So I've just used my scrap paper, just cut-offs that I haven't used up. I've got this little container full of it, and the paper isn't anything special. It's most of it's from the craft store, so, and I get that from the browsing. So let's just finish this one, and I've just got the shell and a starfish, or a couple of starfish to put on there, and I've got this resin pearly starfish. So as you can see on this envelope at the top, I've just used some of the stamping ink and just distressed the edges a little bit, just to give it more definition and so it's not so stark white. And I also, with some of the ephemera, I used a glossy accent and just finished that. If you can see the seaweed, you can see the centre's all shiny, and it really looks nice on the seahorse too. Didn't cover it completely. It just gives it a really nice finish. So I'm just going to glue the rest on, and then we'll start with a new one, and then I'll show you the ones that I've made already. And just decide where I want them. Okay, I'll put this shell on top of that one, and I'm going to use the foam tape to give it some height. Put that on the shell. it a little bit too big, so I'm just going to trim that off. There we go. Now for this starfish, you can see a bit of the glossy accent on that as well. This one, it says it was $4.50. I bought it online. It was $10 almost, about $8 something. And this was only the 18mm. So yeah, very expensive, and I can't find it many places. I haven't seen it in Spotlight, so I'll have to look out for that one and get a bigger bottle, because that was, I think it seems like something that I would use a lot of actually. And here's another little green starfish with some gold dots on there, and I'll put that right there. Doesn't that look cute? And lastly, I have my resin starfish, which I will use my E6000, because I could use my fabric glue. That's pretty tacky. I need to get a really nice, good quality tacky glue, which I don't really have. But I don't want this coming off, and it's heavier, obviously, than paper. So I'll put that down there. I love ocean themes. Look at that. It's beautiful. And the back, I'll just put some double-sided tape or something on there. But that one's done. And just do this one so you can see from scratch. So this paper is Kaisercraft Amethyst pad, and all the cutouts that come with it as well. Believe in Your Dreams banner, little tag. So I normally lay out all my embellishments to match the envelope, so that I know roughly what I want to put on there, and then I'll do that all at once. So this is quite time consuming, trying to pick out what theme and what I'm going to use, but once you start putting it all together, it's really fun. So as you can see, I'll put some ink on the edge of that as well, and all the way around. So I'm going to use this pretty rose, and that has some glossy accents on there as well, as you can see. I think it really shows up on the darker paper, the glossy accents. So I'm going to just stick that, because I haven't got anything behind here, as I do on some of them. You'll see that later. So I'm just going to stick that sort of in the envelope like that. Or maybe on the side. Yeah, I think I'll stick that on the side. Yep, that's what I'll do. Okay. Maybe I won't stick this one down at all, and then that can be taken out. No, I think I'll stick it in there. So I'm going to use some of this double-sided tape if I can find the end. There we go. And you can see I've put some ink on the edge of this little tag as well. So So this one, the glue stuck this bottom corner down a little bit, but that's okay. There we go. Now the rose, which I shall use the foam tape and give it a more height again. And I'm going to reinforce it with a little bit of glue, some white glue in the middle. See, that one's a little bit bigger because of the ephemera. And now decide where I want this. Butterfly down first. I'm going to give that some height as well. Got a smaller bit out there. That one was a little bit too big. So I hope everyone's doing well and keeping busy, crafting and such. Or whatever it is that you like doing in your spare time. And I'm going to lift that one up too. Because I think it looks nice. And this says, believe in your dreams. That's it so far. Now, I'm just going to put some of these flat-backed little resin buttons and I think I will pop them over there. So I'm going to use, better shut this before it gets blocked again. These things always get blocked and it's so frustrating. Okay, let's get my trusted toothpick to help me and my wax pencil. I'll just get a bit of this glue down where I want it. There's one. And this one can go on the top corner. And then that'll be done. There we go. How's that? It looks beautiful. There's the back, which you won't see because that'll be on a project or whatever you're going to use it for. I'm going to hoard them for a little bit and I can use them for future projects or just put them aside for happy mail or something like that. So I will just bring over the lot that I've already made, which is here. I've made a whole lot and this took me all afternoon. I am a slow crafter. Oh, and you know what? I've just had an idea. With this one, just saw this poking out of the pad, and look at that, it looks like water. So I can make this a little bit bigger by using my punch. I have a scalloped punch that I can use. Choose a nice spot. Look at that. I think that looks beautiful at the top. Just poking out like that. So bear with me while I grab some double-sided tape. Going to come off now, you watch. There we go. Phew. If things are going to happen and give you trouble, it's going to be when the camera is on. Now, which part do I want showing? There we go. Look at that. That just finishes it off nicely. I love it. I'll definitely be holding this one for a little bit. Okay, so back to showing you what I've done. I'm just going to point the camera down and zoom it in a little bit, and I shall show you. This one is a unicorn, and I have a gold and white rose at the back, the pink envelope, pretty unicorn, some little balls, and a unique banner there. Oh, and some little Carlette gifted me this. It's some wool that I just sort of tied up in a rough bow. So that's cute. And I made this one, which is similar. It's got the rose again at the back and a rainbow this time. And I used some tulle, a green envelope, and this is a ticket that says I believe in you, and it has a little yellow rhinestone there. So I think that turned out really nice too. They're all pretty. This one says sweet, has a banner at the back, and then a gold flower with the green envelope, a bit of tulle, and a little badge with a rhinestone, and a beautiful red button, and a piece of pizza. So these were actually brooches, and I just cut the back off. Same with the unicorn and the rainbow. Now this one here, these are the little wrapped candies that I made. I have a tutorial here, and that's the envelope paper, just blue. It has special on the front with a bow and some stars and a rhinestone. So that's pretty simple and small. You don't have to make them big with a lot of ephemera at the back of them. But I just thought I'd do as many different ones as I could think. This one's a pretty paper. It's gold, glittery paper. Very fine, and it says good on you at the front. Has a little resin green bow with love written on it, and a little flower. There's another little resin flower, and it has a couple of pieces of paper at the back. This one's a house. It's a little banner. So they're all all different. This one I had the wrong side up because it's still drying. As you can see, I put some tulle on the back, and this one is using the Craft amethyst paper again with the butterflies. Believe in your dreams. Another little butterfly with some resin buttons. So that's simple too, but very effective. And here's another one with a tulle on the back. I'll just put a paper flower at the bottom. It says here and there, and it's got a tiny little cute resin butterfly on the top. This one, that was Pretty Sweet. It looks like a placemat with the heart envelope, a little pearl heart, and another little heart cut out. Beautiful holographic butterfly at the top, and another little resin flower. This one says Grateful, and I made a quarter of a rosette and tucked it into the envelope. Beautiful fuchsia coloured cardstock there, metallic, and there's a matching butterfly, and then just some little resin flowers there. And the same with this one. This one's got a bigger piece of ephemera on the back, and I did the same thing with the rosette. I'm just using crepe paper, and at the back of this one I had some of that wool that I used on the other one. On here I had some of that left, so rather than throw it out, I just bunched it all up and put it at the back there, so it's just poking out at the top. And again, I placed some of the resin flowers around there, so that looks nice too. And this is the one that I made on camera, but yeah, the camera was not cooperating. And this is my bee themed envelope. So this is sort of like a confetti paper that the envelope's made out of, and I thought, oh, I can put a bee, wooden bee on there with a flower, and then use the yellow rhinestones to imitate the pollen. And then the back is a nice honeycomb type paper, and it says on the bottom, She Shines. So I thought that was cute. I quite like that one. And again, I put some of the glossy accents around the flower. Now, which one? We've got two more to show you. This one's using the amethyst paper pad again. A beautiful friendship refreshes the soul. With some of this fabric that I bought for Halloween last year. Just cut a bit of that out and tucked it in. Used some of this glitter button and a little flower and another resin button there, and then just put some leaf on the back. So that's simple but sweet. And the last one is a gold envelope, again using that resin bow with a little flower. They have glitter in there. I don't know if you can see. The camera will pick up the glitter in the resin, but it looks a lot nicer in person. And I just slipped a little card in there that says you are loved, and then there's a beautiful gold and salmon pink flower. And I might actually, I was just thinking, I might put a black rhinestone in the centre to finish that off later on. So that's it, guys. They are all my little what was that? Something fell off. Mini envelope embellishments. So that is what I have been doing this afternoon. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, seeing how I've made these. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.